Hello everyone, my name is Nguyễn Thị Ngọc Mai and today I will present about my journey at NTU with my professional development plan. Right now I'm a postgraduate student in management and global supply chain management. My favorite quote is life is what happens when you are busy making other plans. This is one of the reasons that motivate me to continue my higher education immediately after finishing my bachelor degree in Vietnam last year and start a new exciting journey in NTU and in Nottingham as well, with the hope of studying and learning more experience to fulfill my career ambitions. The journey of learning at NTU support me a lot to develop critically and comprehensively as a person, teaching me academic knowledge and qualifications and give me lots of experience as an international student. So in this presentation, I will reflect on my professional practice with changes and personal experience during my study at NTU. That is the table of content for part. The first one will be my strengths and weaknesses. The second will be personal development plan. The third will be my CPT activity and reflection of learning at NTU. And last but not least will be answer 5 question interview. About my strengths and weaknesses, one of the primary thing of professional development is to identify and understanding the strengths and weaknesses. In my opinion, I use diagnostic tests to identify strengths and weaknesses of myself because I believe that the diagnostic test is the best measures performed recently to determine how one behaves typically across a range of different situations. So basically, I took 4 tests such as the temperament, personal insight, personal relation, and emotional control to understand logically about myself. The temperament test demonstrates that I am INFP type, which is introversion, intuition, feeling, and perceiving. The analyze test showed that I'm good at problem solving, sensitive and intuition, often creative, and enjoy helping others to develop it through insight. I also have a strongly held value, excellent listener, and make a good meditator as well. I have a strong ability to express myself and work best where a good intention and gentleness are valued. Nevertheless, the test showed that I'm not dealing well with logical and hard facts and often struggle with my own inner critical voice working under stress and pressures. It is true, to be honest. I work less under the pressures of time deadlines in personal development. The emotional test result, I got 88 out of 125, showing that I can properly manage my emotional situation at work, which is suitable and very important for my future career. But under pressures, I still need to learn some advanced strategy to manage my emotion better and professional. The test of personal insight showed that I have a medium level of extroversion, agreeableness, emotional stability, and conscientiousness and openness. It means that I'm quite extroversion and ready to change in a new environment. The last test I did is personal religion. My overall score indicates that I am medium of religion. I often find it difficult to get going on and I have been knocked down. So it could be another weaknesses of myself. However, I am the kind of person who have a high level of problem solving and support networks. So in general, I believe that these diagnostic tests are fairly objective and I can create my own assessment of who I am as well. My personality supporting me to reflect my strengths and weaknesses. And these tests have their scientific fundamental, so I strongly believe in test result can use them to develop my strength and find a suitable plan to overcome my weaknesses in the future. My PDP plan, my professional development plan, include 4 short-term goals, which are communication, networking skill, time management skill, presentation skill, self-awareness, and self-reflection. The time scale for a short-term goal will be a year. All of these short-term goals will contribute to my long-term goals, that leadership skill to become a sustainable manager in the future. First, with my communication skill and my presentation as well, I want to improve my interpersonal skill to a higher level so I can get a job after graduation at NTU. I raised myself to hour 5 for this skill because I think that my networking skill is needed to improve a lot and my presentation skill is limited. So I encourage myself to join in NTU student event such as the Global Law Cafe Talk every week to talk and to communicate with international students to improve my communications and networking skill. And besides that, I also have a part-time job where I can practice both communication and time management skill. Second, my PDP also focus on improve self-awareness. I raised myself 3 hour 5, and I'm trying to develop it through workshops to discover motivation, strengths, or event in the personal development week on how to improve myself to become a better version. The outcome, I know that I'm successful with these short-term goals, is that in most assignments through the modules I learned at NTU, I got distinction. And finally, I developed my long-term goals in my PDP, which is a leadership skill to become a sustainable leader managers in the future. And I will improve it day by day through the CPD activity. As an MBS post-graduation student, I participate in a lot of CPD activity to develop myself, which are closely related to my paper part. And to improve my communication skill and networking skill, I joined the Global Week, where I can have chance to explore the other cultures from international friends through game and activities. I also introduce Vietnamese culture as well, such as bánh mì, áo dài, and chưng cake to the other friends. I also joined the MBS Graduate Welcome event to improve my networking. We have a wonderful time drinking, eating, sharing together, and dancing as well to understand more about my classmate, my friend, so that we can collaborate and study effectively. And in terms of the goals of developing my time management skill and self-reflection ability, I took a part-time job and went to the gym to improve both physical and mental health. Manage time effectively so I can balance my daily life between work, study, and exercise. Actually, in the past, always being late in many events. We are not professional. I don't know how to have a good timeline, how to manage my time, and how to divide 24 hours per day to study and to exercise productively. I also believe that besides knowledge and appetite, I also complete leadership skill effectively. So during my time at NTU, I joined the team building day at Tonbridge. I learned a lot how to plan a strategy in a team and divided workload for all team members as well to have all of them to complete the common goals on time. We dare to come out of our comfort zone with adventure game roping. And at the end of the event, I will representative of my team to share about the importance of teamwork and communication. This was a wonderful day for me at NTU. And to develop my presentation skill, I joined the workshop named The Secret of a Presenter, and with guest speaker at Professional Development Week. This session showed me how to improve my presentation skill, particularly dealing with many audience. The activity also provided me some helpful tips to control my voice, my intonation when presenting to different types of audience in complex contents. And besides that, I also completed several courses in LinkedIn Learning, which are speaking confidently and effectively, managing your anxiety when presenting, communicating with emotional intelligence to have a deeper practice and understanding of how I can improve and achieve my short-term goals. So looking back time, I realized that I have changed positively and happily. From a person who always shy and unconfident, now I can present and express my feeling, my opinion in front of many people confidently. As an international student, the first day I came to the UK, the Nottingham, I feel so shy. Everything was strange to me. I don't even have any friend. But right now, I feel more confident and believe more in myself and my ability as well. My presentation skills have improved a lot quickly, as evident by the grade I got. That's what inspired and motivated me a lot to keep going. My observation skill, multitasking, and leadership skill are improving significantly day by day. The overall learning about myself and develop skill is very important and valuable thing to do because it contributes to my professional practice and it helped me to up to date, be always motivated and continue trying to do better than yesterday. And develop skill also helped me to up level my CV and in terms of staying competitive in ever changing the job market in the UK. So that is a good time to record, review, and reflect on what I have learned and my career involved in the skill knowledge to change. About the final part, the interview question, the first one, as you know, in 2016, the United Nations introduced a structured plan named Transforming Our World. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, are an agent call for an action by all the countries in global partnership and create a framework for the government agency to redefine their policy decision. So why this strategy met the starting board of sustainable development is our crowded planet of more than 7 billion people, and the population is continuing to increase day by day, and this billion of people look for a foothold. The world economy is growing fast. It means that with high unequal in the distribution of income in many countries, so it's like our country, our world is have a big gap of wealth and poverty. The unprecedented large scale of the world economy can create unpredictable environmental crises, threaten the life, well-being of people, and the survival of millions of other plants and animals as well. So we arrive at the age of sustainable development at an intellectual pursuit. The sustainable development tries to make sense of the interaction between three complex systems with other world economy, the global society, and the planet physical environment. About the second question, personally, I try to make the world differently by supporting sustainable product and business. I always prefer buying sustainable items when go shopping, even the other have cheaper price. For example, in Vietnam, my home country is facing a lot of problems related to sustainability, especially the pollution, with more than 30 billion plastic bags consumed every year, which is totally different from the UK. The people release the plastic bags and they will charge the bag in order to reduce the number of plastic bags using and enhancing the people awareness of environmental protection to save our planet. We are contributing to SDG from number 12 to number 15 of the United Nations with our responsible consumption and production climate action, life below water, life on land. In the future, I really want to work for a company which have conduct of ethics and sustainability. About the third question, in my opinion, the responsible management can be described as the commitment of acknowledging the ethical and environmental impact of business decision, ensuring the business make a positive and sustainable impact on the whole environment. In other words, it means that acting socially and thinking economically. So in business, the responsible management is a commitment that management and leader consider the ethical and moral significance of their everyday decision. The more efficient and effective management structure for integration ethics, sustainability, and principle of entrepreneurship into any given business model, that is, ensuring the certain standard that upheld as an integrate part of all functions of the company, ensuring a more sustainable and inclusive socio-economic development, and enhance the competitive edge for economy on a bigger scale by increasing enterprise, environmental, and social impact. So the responsible management have increased the business sustainability while also taking durability into perspective. The fourth question would be my experience in the real situation. That is when we are in a teamwork for the modules principle of management. Each team in the class have different topic and our topic is what make a good managers. We have 5 members, so we identify our topic, our main idea first after gathering and summarizing all information from website, journal, article. And we got 5 main characteristics to identify good managers, and we all agree that each of us will identify and give example of each characteristic. But one day, one of my team members suggested that we need to analyze only 2 characteristics with a case study to prove in a specific context. This disagreement triggered a little bit confusion in our group. Actually, we are already doing nearly half a presentation at that time. So facing with this disagreement, I cannot get the reason to convince him. So I suppose that instead of doing example respectively, our group will prove 5 characteristics of good managers in only one case study and doing together. So finally, our group could finish on time with all agreement from all team members. So my study conveys 2 messages. I was able to defend my opinion successfully, and in the discussion, the disagreement or any conflict is very normal in a teamwork. But the more important thing is how we need to communicate, listen, and analyze the problem together and respect the other opinions and ideas as well as to have the best result. For the last question, in my opinion, the top 3 characteristics that a successful managers should have are leadership skill, communication skill, and time management skill. The leadership skill is able to lead your employee in an efficient manner. The strategic thinker are able to see the overall pictures and see minor details that others may not see. And a strong communication skill is very important here. It's not only mean communicating job responsibility and expectation. It means listening to your team member and working with them to produce the highest result with their position. And it's also builds trust with your employees and empower them to boost productivity in their workflow. And time management skill is make sure that you have time to communicate with your team member and complete all the goals through the week. So for me, I'm trying to improve and practice every day to achieve both short-term and long-term goals as soon as possible. So thank you for listening, and I'm hoping that you are interested in my journey at NTU.